This demo you're about to see was the original demo that was used for business owners to train their staff. This was a staff training component and a help file that showed how the whole back end worked with the old system. Now the old system this was PC based, and eventually we want to make this web based, but we want to make all of the various components that this is explaining as together as one, and it all works as one. And the old system worked all seamlessly together. It was a beautiful piece of software. But the new one, we want to break them up into their individual components and sell those components to customers, small business people, in multiple languages. And I'm sure that they will love it, because in Canada they absolutely love that software. We just need to update it. That's it. And we do a little bit at a time. We have to make first the website first. The front end has to be done. After the front end is pretty much done, then you'll pretty much know what has to be done on the back end. Then you'll do the back end so that we can do multiple houses and all the rest of that stuff. And even if we just concentrate on the English language, there'll be tons and tons of business from that. But we will have multiple languages, and we can find other people that can do the graphics and other stuff for customers in those languages, and we can all make money off of that as well. All of this stuff will be discussed. A contract will be signed between us, so that you know that you will know what you're getting. I will know what I'm getting. Everybody will be. It will be fair. You won't be mistreated if you focus on getting the stuff done. And the sooner you get it done, the faster it is that we'll start putting it together.
It will save the small business person between 30 and 60 days worth of time a year. What would you do with yours?
The perfect business system in a box. Finally, a business software designed with you in mind, one that will keep things as simple as possible. Accounting software is designed for bookkeepers and accountants, not us. Business people just don't have time, but what if something was created that gives you all the previously wasted time so that you can focus on what really matters, getting back to business or spending more time on yourself? Would that be worth exploring?
The perfect business system is designed for people that don't seem to have enough time to get things done. It is a communication system that makes calling your customers fast and easy. It will track your customers and create invoices for them, as well as calculate their GST and PST fast.
And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to use it. In fact, you don't even have to know much about computers or accounting at all.
We're not going to be doing the financial stuff in this particular version because it's technically complicated. So we're only going to do the other things that are not. And then if somebody wants the financial stuff done, you can do it as an extra programming thing for them and make money on that separately. That's fine. I don't care about that. Okay. Or you can connect it to their accounting program. There's lots of SDK accounting programs available where you can link it to theirs, and you can do it for them and you charge them directly. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
It is the final solution you will ever need. Think of the central command as the home for all the programs that work together.
The perfect business system follows some simple business rules.
First, you have to call the people back who left messages on your machine.
Here, you enter in the information that you know about the customer that they left on your machine. Here you will select how you are associated with that customer.
It will default to customer.
This will allow you to change the different titles of those associations. You can even delete or edit them. Let's say Blue Glob becomes part of the family. So we click on New, type the word family, and then press OK. See how it appeared? We just click on this once and it brings it over to the other side. See?
In some cases, your customer will leave some information about what they wanted or why they called you. You can type that in here. The program remembers past entries for your convenience.
When you can't add any more info, then you have to click on the Next Step button.
This screen, known as the callback screen, allows you to track the progress and monitor the details of your telephone conversations.
If you typed what the customer wanted in the previous area,
it would show up here, so you always know what the call is about. Using the internal modem of your computer and making sure that your telephone lines are plugged into your computer, the program becomes an outgoing telephoning system that will marvel any system on the face of the planet.
We will offer it as an option.
So Blue Glob is the first one we have to call. So what button do you suppose we have to press to do that? If you guess the Call Now button, you're absolutely correct. The program does several things automatically. It closes this form, automatically dials the number, allowing you time to pick up your handset, disengages the modem, connects to another form already in edit mode to allow you to continue the information flow. The customer information always follows each form. The contact management aspect of the program keeps track of the day and the time you made the call. Now you can select whether you left a message on a machine, or with a person, or something else. The program even allows you to make notes about a particular call. Many times a customer will call you and ask you to do something that you can't do. So instead of telling the customer, sorry, see you later, I can't do it, we have included a built-in referral system so that you can find something for that customer so that you don't send them away. This will greatly increase the amount of customers that come back to your business. After you've done referrals and entered in any information that you can, the next thing you can do is take the next call. So you press the Take Next Call button. The program knows that you have to call the next person on the list, so it automatically highlights it, ready for you to press the Call Now button again.
What's really neat about the program is it takes away the aspect of potential procrastination. Because the screen is automatically back here for the next phone call, you can't help but create more business. The program actually holds your hand with sales. Let's say you were away from your office and you called the customer from your car. This Add a Call Without Dialing button is designed so that you can still record the notes on the call without bothering the customer again. Let's say you do not need this phone number anymore because you've resolved the issue with this contact.
You can delete it from your callback list, however, it does not delete it from the database.
When you find that you have finished making your phone calls for the moment, you can press this Do These Later button and you can finish your phone calls later.
If it makes more sense to you that you're finished, you can click the Finish button too, and it will take you back to the central command. So we entered in the names of people who called us, and then we called them back. Next thing in line is, and now you'll make appointments for them, book them in, and create invoices too. As soon as we click on it, it should take us to the next form. Closing this one automatically. This is the schedule window, and you can see 3 months at a time. Days are broken down into 3 parts: morning, afternoon, and evening.
To create an appointment, just click on the day you want and either press Invoice if it is an invoice you want to create, or
add an appointment. For demo purposes, let us assume that today is March 16th. Here we see an appointment in the morning. Let us take a look at what the summary says. The summary says we have one appointment for that day. So let's select it and print it. Then print the black and white invoice out twice.
we print out 2 invoices because one goes to the customer and the other one goes to you.
While the invoice is printing, it displays the invoice and then flips right back to the schedule again.
We'll be emailing more than the other thing.
Now we run back to the office, open the program, and create the deposit slip and enter the information into the computer. But we have to warn you, it is sinfully easy.
Let's start from the central command, because that is where we will always start from. Then click on the schedule. Then on the day of the invoice. Then I click on the invoice I want to pay. Now you're going to edit this invoice. The program automatically knows to close the other screen, then open up the invoice screen already in edit mode so you can add the appropriate information. The program automatically calculates the tax you had set up during the installation of the program.
We won't do that.
And if you need a calculator at any time, it's always available. You never have to search for that calculator again. The program was designed to keep things easy, whether something was paid by check or by cash. If it was paid by something else, then we can do additional programming for that particular person. See how it displays paid by check here? Now, as soon as you press paid by check, then the program automatically creates a deposit slip. So if you want, you can save and view it. It will print the date of the deposit slip, the name of your company, even your scanned initials, your logo if we inserted it for you into the program, and the total amount. It knows your bank name because you said what it was during the setup of the program. In the old days, you had to take your deposits, write down the invoice number of the customer's name or company name or last name. Remember the adding machine that you had to use? You know, the one that you would type in all the numbers and then you'd screw up the last one so you had to go back and start all over again? You can take that thing and chuck it. All forms are printed on 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, so there are no custom forms or paper that you have to order. Nothing. You just use what's available in the stores. When you print your invoices out, it will automatically go back to the previous form, so you don't have anything to worry about. You never have to remember where you were. The program remembers where you were, and it does it in a split second. See? Now the invoice has changed from red to green, which means it has been paid. This is where you select a time to go to a specific appointment. Whatever you select is displayed here. This button allows you to add an appointment that is not an invoice, like a business appointment or a personal appointment. And this button is the famous help button, which always gives you the right kind of help at an instant. When you are ready to leave, just click the exit button and this will take you back to the central command.
Wow, this is how you feel now. You've just completed a whole sales cycle, and the perfect business system in a box has held your hand the whole way. You contacted your customer, you set up an appointment, you went, you did the work, you brought back the invoice, you corrected it, you had your deposit slip made up, and you put that money in the bank. And you didn't have to do it with all kinds of worries. Isn't that awesome?
So, we added the information of people who left messages on our machine. We called them back, we made appointments, we booked them in, we did the work, we created the invoices, we created the deposit slips. And now the fourth part of the program, the financial part, the part that everybody can't stand. Normally it is code protected, but in this case, we disabled the code.
This version that we create, we will not be going into the financial aspect. However, the financial program is designed for a Canadian market and it was sold all throughout Canada. So if we decide that that's what we want, there are lots of people that probably would be interested in the upgraded version of this software. Also, when I go back to Canada, there'll be an interview, most likely, of me at CBC, because they're very interested to know where Les the Handyman disappeared to. And I basically came to Europe to help my dad, but I don't think they know that. Anyway, I'll restart most likely Les the Handyman on the side and run it in Toronto like I did before. And lots of the tradespeople, they've retired now, but a lot of their kids went into the same business, and I can refer business to them too, and we can sell the software there, but we can also sell modifications of it all over the place, because business is basically the same everywhere. Of course, the tax structure is different, and everything that has to do with tax we're not going to bother with because it's too complicated. Okay, we are going to keep this thing as simple as possible if we do the financial stuff, but this will be considered customized work, and other people can be hired to do it, or you guys will do it for the customer directly, and it can link in with this thing, or you can link the program into their accounting system as well, and there's tons of work to be done for a programmer, so don't worry about it, okay? All right, I just wanted to share that with you.